Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is the very first video, and this video is really just going to introduce you to who I am, what this channel is about, what you can expect, and why I'm here. So let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Lavina Leslie, and I live in New Haven, Connecticut. I wasn't born here. I was actually born in Colorado Springs to two parents who were in the military, and then we ended up here in cold Connecticut, although I wish we ended up in California where my mom was from. I have three children. My oldest is a 22-year-old girl, and then I have an 11-year-old son, and I have a 10-year-old daughter, and she has Down syndrome, so I'm also a special needs mom. So I think that makes me extra special. So I've been a salon owner for September will be 13 years. September 2024 will be 13 years that I have owned the Curly Hair Salon here in New Haven, Connecticut. And we're a salon that specializes in hair that is slightly wavy to extremely curly. Literally, that's all we do. We only do cuts, we only do colors, and deep treatments. I also actually have a loctician, so we do locks as well. In my salon, I have 6 stylists, and I have 2 upcoming stylists who are assistants right now, and then we have 2 support staff. And yeah, we're continuing to grow each year. A lot of people ask me like how I got into this industry. So I feel like I was kind of forced from childhood into this industry. I was born, like I said, to 2 parents from the military. My mom was from California. She was a white Jewish woman, and my dad was from Connecticut, and he was an African American man. I say was because they are both passed away. They've been gone for over 20 years now. But my mother was a white woman with wavy hair, and my dad was a black man with really, really curly hair that he would pick out every single day with an afro comb. My mother could not do our hair. I was one of 3 girls. I'm the oldest of the girls, and then my mother couldn't do our hair. She just didn't know how. She didn't even know how to do her own hair. And then my dad, he had a better idea, but he was really, really rough. He would just take his big afro comb and detangle our hair with minimal conditioner and then put some ultra sheen grease in our hair. So I think that I kind of became a hairstylist because otherwise, I don't know what we would have looked like. So when I was done with high school, I had to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And I did have a mentor in the beauty industry, and she told me that I should go into hair. But the truth was, I didn't think that I could make money from doing hair. I thought that, for one, I thought that the only thing you were supposed to do when you got older was to work and make as much money as you could so that you could pay your bills and then enjoy the rest of your life. That was one thing. And then the second thing was, I didn't think that people would pay me to do their hair because I thought that everybody could do their hair. I didn't see doing hair as like a gift. I just thought, like, why would somebody pay me to do what they can do for themselves because I could do it for myself? So out of high school, I just started to get jobs. I actually worked 26 different sorts of like jobs and gigs and entrepreneurship sort of things until I was about 25 years old. And then at 25, I asked God, I said, you know what? I realized like I had to be here for some reason other than just to make money. Although I did make good money up until then, I just knew that I was created for more than just making money. So I prayed and I said, God, like, show me what you put me on this earth to do. And I don't remember exactly how I figured it out, but somehow through conversations and like signs, I realized hair was the direction that I was supposed to go. So I didn't tell very many people about my decision to quit my job, sell my house, and sell most of my belongings to leave to go to North Carolina to go to hair school. And the reason I chose North Carolina was, one, I wanted like a sort of college experience because I didn't go to college, so I wanted to move away. I also wanted to leave Connecticut because I wanted to be somewhere warmer, and I wanted to go somewhere that people didn't come back from. So I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I went to the Aveda Institute, and I finished school in about a year. Yeah, I think I did full time for about a year. I loved living in Charlotte, and actually I hope to go back there. I've got a plan. I want to go back there one day because I really enjoyed living there. I actually only came back to Connecticut because my daughter, my 22-year-old, really wanted to be here with her cousins and her aunt. And so that's how we ended up moving back to Connecticut. And I worked in a few salons until I found the salon that I learned how to do curly hair in. So that was a salon I stayed in for about 2 years. I stayed there. It might have actually been 3 years that I stayed there. I really enjoyed working there. But then the opportunity came for me to open my own salon, which I am totally going to share that story one day because it is literally magical. Then I opened my own salon in 2011. I started just by myself initially, and then I actually hired pretty quickly. So I had a few stylists along the way as I was in that location. While I was there, I had my son Malachi in 2012, and then I had my daughter in 2014. And as I mentioned, she was born with Down syndrome, but she had quite a few health issues. So I had to leave my storefront, and I went and rented a suite space in North Haven, and I couldn't take any employees with me because I just couldn't commit to having a team. I really couldn't commit to anything but really making sure that my daughter was able to get the care that she needed so that she could be healthy. So when I was in the salon suite, I had no support staff, like I said. So I had to answer the phones, make the appointments, obviously, cut. I did color then. I don't do color now, but I did coloring, highlights, root touch-ups, you name it, styling, laundry, sweeping. I did all the things. I didn't have any help at all. And it's really funny when I think about it now, like how in the world did I survive doing everything? I don't recommend it. And we'll get into that in another one of my videos, how I feel like everybody should have support staff, no matter, even if you are in a suite, I think you should have support staff. So once my daughter turned 3, so my goal, I set a goal for myself because my daughter had 2 open heart surgeries. And my goal was once my daughter turned 3, she would be out of the Birth to 3 program and she would go to school. And I said, when she goes to school, then I'm going to go back storefront to build this business. So she went to school September of 2017. I opened up my Middletown Avenue storefront location in 2017. I actually hired an assistant shortly before I moved into the location. So it was just myself and an assistant starting out in the Middletown location until July of the following year when I hired my first stylist for that like my new beginning in that location. That's when I hired Susie. And then in October of that year, I hired Talia. And then it wasn't even 6 months later before I hired Crystal. And we just have continued to grow and grow and grow. And during that time, I actually opened up a second location in Branford, but I did that for about a year. It was a great endeavor, a costly endeavor, but I did it. And I ended up closing a month before the pandemic, happily. And then I just brought my team together to Middletown Avenue location and we stayed there. Pandemic happened. That was crazy. We were closed for 3 months. And then after the 3 months, business went crazy. Like literally, people just could not wait to get in. I mean, we were really grateful for it too. So we stayed there, continued to add to the team, actually added 2 more people to the team, but it was only 1,000 square feet. So we were really cramped and we ended up moving into our newest location in 2021. November of 2021, we moved into the newest location, which is about 2,300 square feet. And we've been there and comfortable and actually continuing to grow because now we have space to grow. Obviously, I'm a stylist, but now I'm moving into the coaching arena. And the reason that I have decided to come in this direction is one, I've just become really uncomfortable in my spirit. Like, you know, when it's just time to move into another direction, that is how I've been feeling in the urge gets stronger and stronger. And it's like, you know, like when you're forced to do something because like God is just moving you into that direction. Well, that's where I am. And I know that this is the direction I'm supposed to be moving into because I had a coach 3 years ago and I shared this vision with her and I keep a lot of notebooks. And I looked back and I realized that the same passion that I have now to help business owners and beauty business, people in the beauty business and suite owners is the same passion that I have now that I had 3 years ago when I was working with a coach on figuring out like what I was supposed to be doing next with my life. So that's why I'm here. And my channel is really just to help you guys, to help anybody who's in the beauty business, lash business, hair, skin, nails, any beauty business. And you can be a salon owner, a suite owner, even just a beauty professional. And my goal is to help you to elevate. And not only to help you to elevate, but really to help you avoid the pitfalls and mistakes that I made in the past. A lot of times I find myself wanting to help people who struggle in areas that I struggled with in the past. And if I can help somebody not make mistakes or like get to their next step faster, I want to do that. So my channel is going to be mostly about like how I got here, like what I did to get to this point in life. 13 years later, successful business, and literally it is truly a successful business. So again, my channel is going to be about how I got here 13 years later, the good, the bad, the ugly. Of course, I'm going to give you life advice because I wouldn't be me if I wasn't giving you life advice. I'm going to be giving you strategies and also ask you questions, like thought-provoking questions as to who you are, why you do what you do, and if you want to keep on going in that direction. And also, this channel will give you an opportunity to work with me one-on-one as well in a group setting if that's what you would like to do. I'm also going to be working on resources for you to take advantage of if you are not in a space where you can work with me one-on-one or even in a group setting. So if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much, because I am the kind of person who really values time. Time is our only non-renewable resource, and I do not take it for granted that you would take the time to spend time on my video. So if you'd like to work with me, schedule a call, send me a DM. I'd love to find out how I can serve you. And I look forward to all the rest of the videos that I plan on creating for this channel. My plan is to put out a video at least once a week. And once I have enough subscribers on YouTube, I am going to plan to go live at least once a week as well. So I've got some goals, I've got some plans, I've got to figure out my strategy because I'm new here. This is my first time having an active channel on YouTube. I'm super excited about it. And again, thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you the next time.